Hello, baseball fans, and welcome to this broadcast of Lamar Viking Junior Varsity Baseball Special Edition, brought to you tonight live from Arlington, Texas, on the campus of Lamar High School. It's the final game of the season. The Vikings are going to host the Martin Warriors in what's going to hopefully be an excellent game tonight. It's beautiful weather, and we're excited to have this game. The Martin Warriors have finished their warm-ups out in the field. The Vikings finished theirs up a little while ago. It's about 77 degrees out here, almost no wind. At times we'll see the flag blowing in towards the field from the south-southeast, but nothing that's really going to affect the game one way or the other. Not a cloud in the sky any direction that we can see. So as they say, it's a beautiful day for baseball. In a few moments you'll hear us doing the starting lineups and the national anthem. I'm going to turn this mic down a little bit because I'll be doing some pregame announcements over the AC system. I'm Bill Frawley, coming to you live with Lamar Viking Junior Varsity Baseball tonight. Batting first at shortstop, number 12, Cade Pack. Batting second at catcher, number 9, Jordan Calvert. Batting third at second base, number 8, Jackson Jones. Batting fourth, starting pitcher, number 16, Max Grubbs. Batting fifth at third base, number 17, Luke Spencer. Batting sixth in left field, number 5, Matt Marsick. Batting seventh in right field, number 20, R.G. Cooper. Batting eighth at first base, number 10, Devin Abunasar. Batting ninth in center field, number 18, A.J. Blanco. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Lamar Vikings. Batting first at catcher, number 13, David Frawley. Frawley behind the plate. Batting second at third base, number 15, Caden Cobos. Cobos at third. Batting third, the starting pitcher, number 2, Austin Noel. Noel is on the mound. Batting fourth at first base, number 19, Jake Esker. Esker at first. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 21, Javi Fernandez. Fernandez at short. Batting sixth at second base, number 12, Merritt J. J. at second. Batting seventh in center field, number 4, Matthew Clark. Clark in center. Batting eighth in right field, number 8, Cade Hoogerwerf. And batting ninth in left field, number 6, Curtis Cox. Cox in left. The rest of your Lamar Vikings are Andrew Amato, Armand Mohajer, Aiden Howerton, Joe Clay, Maxwell Yoakum, and they are led by Coach Stephen Kelly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise as you're able, remove your hats and honor our nation's flag as we remember all of those who have served our country to protect our freedoms as we play the national anthem. Well, hello, and hopefully we'll have minimal buffering for tonight's broadcast. It seems like we just can't quite get a perfect signal all the time. We're in an unusual spot here in North Arlington off of I-30 in Davis. Ready to get underway now. Leading off for the Warriors, shortstop number 12, Cade Pack. Ready to get underway here. Frawley is out there talking to Austin Noel, the pitcher. It looks like, I think Noel had a necklace on. The umpire asked Frawley to go out there and have him remove it, and David's taking it back over to the dugout, so everyone will be all up to dress code, so to speak. First game that was supposed to happen in the series didn't happen on Tuesday night. It got rained out. They moved the varsity game up to 4 o'clock from 7 o'clock. But they didn't move the JV game up for whatever reason from 6 o'clock, and it got rained out. First pitch, high fly ball goes foul. Right behind the broadcast booth, and Austin Noel starts off with the first pitch strike, and the count is no balls, one strike. We're just underway. Today's first pitch temperature, 77 degrees. So 2 of those in a row, and now we are at no balls and 2 strikes. First batter of the game, the right-handed Cade Pack, shortstop. That ball drops in low for ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch swung, and it just goes foul. That ball just crossed the foul line at the third base bag and went foul. So Pack stays alive. Vikings dodge a bullet just about 12 inches to the right, and that ball was going to be at least a double probably, screaming down the third base line. Caden Kobos now ready for some action over there. And he's rung up, and Austin Noel records his first strikeout of the game. See if my audio gets better here. Austin Noel records the first strikeout of the game. The next batter is catcher number 9, Jordan Calvert. So Jordan Calvert comes up to the plate for the Warriors with 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the first inning. Wasn't sure if my mic was set at the right spot for the first batter. Austin Noel struck out the first batter. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It swung on and foul back to the net, and it's 0-2. Again, a beautiful day for baseball here at the Lamar Viking Diamond. 77 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Wind every so often just kind of pushing a little breeze from the south-southeast. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Drops low, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Once again, this will be the only game in district play that these two teams play this season because game 1 of this series on Tuesday got rained out. Here's the 1-2 offering. Foul back up over the broadcast booth. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The third time it happened to us, it does 2 batters. Yikes.
Another 1-2 pitch. Frawley tries to frame it, but it misses just outside, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vikings have their pretty standard JV lineup in the game today. Jake Esker playing at first. Merritt J at second. Javi Fernandez is short. Here comes the 2-2 that misses outside. The count goes full. Caden Kobos playing third as usual. Frawley behind the plate. Curtis Cox in left field. Matthew Clark been bouncing up and back and forth between varsity and JV. He's here tonight playing center field. Here comes the full, yes, and he rings up another one. Good pitch and good job by Frawley to frame that thing. And it's 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts in a row for Austin Noel. The next batter, second baseman, number 8, Jackson Jones. So 2 outs, nobody on, no score yet, top of the first inning. That first pitch sails high and outside for ball 1. So Austin Noel started the game with a first pitch strike to each of the first 2 batters. Misses on that first offering. Struck out the first 2 on third strike call. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Austin Noel's been a very reliable source of pitching talent for the Vikings, and not bad at the plate either. Here comes the 1-1, and that's going to be foul back into the parking lot.
Hopefully no one call that damage. Hopefully no one call that damage.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit straight to Jake Esker at first base. He picks it up. Unassisted out. 3 up, 3 down, no score. We will be back. Leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the first inning, your catcher number 13, David Frawley. All right, welcome back to the broadcast. David Frawley, the catcher, comes up to the plate. He had a string of 6 games this season where he got a bunt for a hit. Don't know that there's any record keeping to that, but my usual broadcast partner, Al Qualm, and I decided that's an unofficial record. 6 games in a row getting on base with a bunt for a hit, and one of those, it was even an RBI infield single. First pitch is at the bottom of the strike zone. He looks at a called strike 1. Frawley, very good. I think he was telling me recently his on-base percentage is somewhere over 600. There's a fly ball to left field. And unfortunately, it's caught by the left fielder for out number 1.
And he took the wrong step forward and almost missed it.
The next batter is third baseman number 15, Caden Kobos. So Caden Kobos comes up to the plate, our third baseman, another right-handed batter. Most of them are for the Vikings here on JV. First pitch, a ground ball between short and third. The shortstop picks it up, throws it across, and gets him just by a step. Nice play by the shortstop, Cade Pack. Goes down as a 6-3. The next Vikings, your pitcher, number 2, Austin Noel. So Austin Noel with a new Walk-up song as of today. A little bit of Kickstart My Heart action from Metallica. First pitch misses for ball one. So 2 quick outs here for the Vikings after their defense, and really Austin Noel's pitching for the most part sent the Warriors 3 up, 3 down. That pitch is inside. Count goes to 2-0 to number 2, Austin Noel, the left-handed pitcher and batter for the Vikings. See if we can get a 2-out rally started here. That pitch misses high, and it's now 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and a called strike one. Red light was on, I'm sure. It was a little bit low for a good something to hit at. Probably might have been a ground ball anyway, but now a 3-1 pitch. Austin Noel still ahead in the count. And there's ball 4. Number 19, your first baseman, Jake Esker. So Jake Esker comes up to the plate after Austin Noel draws a walk with 2 outs. And Austin Noel just got picked at first base, leaning in the wrong direction. So before a pitch is thrown to Jake Esker, it's 3 outs, and we'll be back with no score. Off at the top of the second inning for the Warriors, the pitcher, number 16, Max Grubbs. So Max Grubbs comes up to the plate for the first time in the game. He's a right-handed pitcher, batting cleanup, something you don't often see a pitcher doing, but at these JV and even sometimes varsity levels, high school players have lots of different talents. There's another first pitch strike from Austin Noel. That's 3 this game out of 4 batters. He starts off ahead with an 0-1 count. Second pitch is fouled away back over toward the bus area of the parking lot. And now Noel ahead again, 0-2. No score, top of the second inning. First batter of the inning for the Warriors. Little looper into right field. That's playable. Oh, but it falls out of the glove, unfortunately, of Cade Hoogerwerf. I'll have to list that as an error. We won't give that one a hit, I don't think. The next batter is number 17, third baseman Luke Spencer. So the Warriors get the leadoff batter in this inning on with the error in right field. Good effort by Hoogerwerf. First pitch to Luke Spencer, the third baseman, misses for ball one. Hoogerwerf had to run in pretty far on that. Had in the glove, and unfortunately just rolled out. The runner's going. High fly ball. The runner heads back to first. Hopefully there's communication. There is. Center fielder Matthew Clark makes that out. He throws back to first. But Max Scrubs gets back in plenty of time. But now there's one out with one on. The next batter is left fielder number 5, Matt Marsick. So Matt Marsick, a left-handed left fielder, comes up to the plate for the first time. Austin Noel watching over his shoulder for the runner at first. First pitch outside for ball one. Throw back to first. Jake Esker shows the umpire that he had the ball in the glove, but the runner was back safely. That's Max Grubbs, the pitcher. Not even a courtesy runner for that pitcher. Same as we had. Austin Noel runs the bases for himself. Another throw back to first. Little one-hopper. Grubbs back in time. Ball bounced out of Esker's glove, but no harm, no foul there. Still one ball, no strikes. One out, one on. Top of the second inning. No score yet. The 1-0 pitch outside, ball two. Pitch number 3 misses outside. Now it's 3 balls and no strikes. And you have to expect the red light is on for the batter, and you expect almost something straight down the pipe here. We'll see what happens on the 3-0. Noel keeping an eye on the runner at first. He's holding pretty tight, only about a one-step lead. There is strike one, as you might expect, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Pretty decent little crowd out here for a JV game. Got several parents from both teams in the stands enjoying this beautiful Friday evening. About 77 degrees. That pitch is fouled back to the backstop wall, and now it's a full count. So Austin Noel battling from the mound, starting off with a 3-0 count, and now it's a full count. Now the batter, the left-handed number 5, Matt Marsick, he'll be in a 2-strike approach, also battling. The runner Grubbs at first base, holding tight. Hadn't had more than about a 2-step lead, if anything, so far. Comes the payoff pitch, outside, ball 4. Now we've got 2 on. Batting next for the Warriors, right fielder number 20, R.J. Cooper. So R.J. Cooper, he's a left-hander. He's a tall drink of water, stepping up to the plate. He's got to be at least 5'12". Warriors threatening here in the top of the second. 1 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Fouled over toward the Vikings bullpen. The first pitch strike for Austin Noel. I've got him at least 4 now. Fairly deliberate pitcher. We see some guys that come in here and either quick pitch or keep a pretty good pace, but Austin Noel checks his runners, gets his signal. No one holding the runners tight. Ground ball straight up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. They're going to send the runner from second home. The throw is cut by Esker at the mound, which that makes sense. The run was going to score, but they hold the runners to first and second, so the forces will stay in play. Scoring is number 16, Max Grubbs. The next batter is number 10, first baseman Devin Abunasar. So the Warriors draw first blood, scoring first here. And still 1 out and 2 on at first and second. Abunasar, the 8th batter in the order. Noel steps off the mound. The runner at second goes back. No one there to hold him. Noel steps off again, throws over. The shortstop, Fernandez, bobbles the ball, but the runner was back in time. Still yet to throw a pitch to Abunasar, fun name to say, Devin Abunasar. Here comes his first pitch. High foul ball that's going to go back behind the visitor stands, and Austin Noel gets his 5th first pitch strike of the game. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The count, no balls and 1 strike. 1-0 in favor of the Warriors here in the top of the second. Pitch is outside. Frawley pops up, fakes a throw to first. That draws the runner back. That's the tall R.J. Cooper. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Varsity going to be playing at Martin tonight at 7 o'clock. Freshmen here after this game will be broadcasting that as well. Noel steps off again. That chases the runner back. Javi Fernandez standing on second that time, ready for a throw. Matt Marsick, the runner at second. Second baseman and shortstop are both giving him some grief as far as trying to hold him there. Ball is fouled back to the backstop. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So this would be a good time for a ground ball double play, a pop-up. Lots of ways to get a good, strong second out, maybe even a double play here and get out of this inning. Here comes the 1-2. Bouncing ball to the shortstop, Fernandez. He picks it up, throws to first. It's over Esker's head. That's going to score Marsick. And and Cooper will hold it second. So Abunasar reaches on an error. Scoring on the play, number 5, Matt Marsick. The next batter, the center fielder, number 18, A.J. Blanco. So there's that ground ball. We wanted to at least get a second out, but unfortunately, Fernandez, when he picked it up, he kind of threw underhanded and lofted that ball into orbit, went over toward the bullpen, allowing everyone to move an extra base. There's a little pop-up. Mary J. comes in behind the mound and catches it for the second out. Now the Warriors have batted around for the game, not in this inning. They're back to the lineup, the start of the lineup. The next batter, number 12, Cade Pack. So Cade Pack, the leadoff hitter, comes up to the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. He struck out looking in the first inning in that 3-up, 3-down inning. First pitch to him, low for ball 1. A little bit of chest music. A little bit too low for chin music, but that brushes the batter back, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the 2-0. Ball gets out of Frawley's glove. He goes quickly, though, makes a sliding move to pick it up. Noel covers home plate, no one running. So no harm, no foul. The count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. 2 outs, 2 on at second and third. 2 runs have scored in this inning for the Warriors, and that's the score, 2-0. Frawley pops up after the pitch. That was strike 1, so 3 balls and 1 strike. Called strike. Frawley popped up and threw to third to try to catch Cooper off balance. Cobos made the catch behind third base. The runner safe. Here's a line drive that's going to go for a base hit into center field. Matthew Clark throws that in. So that'll be a single, and then advancing to second on the throw, and another run scores. Scoring is R.J. Cooper. The next batter, number 9, Jordan Calvert. Jordan Calvert comes up to the plate. He's the catcher. He struck out looking in the first inning. First pitch to him goes foul. Jake Esker and David Frawley both make runs over toward the visitors' dugout, but the ball flies out past that. No balls and 1 strike. A 6th first pitch strike of the game for Austin Noel. Frawley tries to frame that one, just misses, ball 1. Very close to the strike zone. Here comes the 1-1. Bouncing ball back to Austin Noel. Takes a few steps toward first, gets the out. 3 runs have scored. We'll be back. Leading off in the bottom of the second inning for the Vikings, Jake Esker. All right, Jake Esker with his very identifiable air raid siren walk up. Comes up to the plate officially for the first time. He fouls the first pitch way over toward the soccer practice field. And he'll start off with an 0-1 count. He came up to the plate in the last inning, right when Noel got picked at first, so this is his first official at bat. Curveball misses a little bit high. It looked like it was aiming for his head, not aiming for it, but headed towards his head. It dropped back but didn't catch the strike zone. The count goes even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball, ground ball to third base. He picks it up, throws over, and gets Esker before he reaches first base on the 5-3. The next batter, number 21, shortstop Javi Fernandez. So Javi Fernandez, our shortstop, making his first plate appearance of the game. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning for the Vikings, trailing 3-0. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Lots of good hitters for this Martin program over the years, and lots of good pitching as well. I saw their 6'6" varsity starter. And when I say 6'6", not a record of 6'6", but standing 6'6" on top of the mound. And he did a wonderful job pitching on Tuesday night in the varsity game. Fouls the second pitch. It's 0-2. Ball goes foul back behind the broadcast booth. Stays at 0-2. Ground ball to the shortstop. He goes to the ground, scoops it, throws. Wonderful throw just in time to get Fernandez. And it's 2 up, 2 down. Second baseman number 12, Merritt J. So Merritt J comes up to the plate. Hoping to get something started, maybe a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the second. First pitch curveball just misses the strike zone for ball 1. Max Scrubs, the pitcher for the Warriors, did a good job so far. Issued 1 walk, no hits yet. Merritt J fouls out, went over toward the visitors' dugout. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls that one away, and now he's in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck is Matthew Clark, in case he can make it up to the plate this inning. He's bounced back and forth between varsity and JV some this season. Pitch is outside, the count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one's fouled away. Merritt J, the left-handed second baseman for the Vikings. Here comes the 2-2. Swung. Oh, it bounces high over the pitcher. It's going to go to the second baseman, and he's not going to be able to make the throw. And we're going to call that an infield single for Merritt J. Took a heck of a bounce there. Number 4, center fielder Matthew Clark. So now maybe a 2-out rally has started. Merritt J getting an infield single. He's the runner at first. First pitch to Matthew Clark. Left-handed batter is inside for ball 1. Throw back over to first. Merritt J gets back in time. Pitch inside. Ball 2. Grubb's trying to paint those corners a little bit. He's had some success, but he's missed a little bit here and there. Umpire has a fairly tight strike zone. I've seen some that are more liberal. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be called strike 1. So now 2 balls and 1 strike. Merritt J with about a 3-step lead. That ball is fouled by Matthew Clark. Count stays even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first for the Vikings. They trail 3-0. The Warriors got 3 in the top of this inning. Runner's going. Fly ball into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Merritt J goes around second. He's coming around third. They're going to send him. It's going to be an RBI stand-up double for Matthew Clark. Scoring on Matthew Clark's stand-up RBI double is Merritt J. The next batter for the Vikings, Cade Hoogerwerf. So it is a 2-out rally that started here in the bottom of the second. 1 run across. There's a swing and a miss by the Hoog. And he'll start off with no balls and 1 strike. Matthew Clark with the RBI stand-up double. Merritt J scored from first. He was running on the pitch, so he was about halfway to second when that ball hit the bat, or the bat hit the ball. But, man, he had some speed around second and third. Scored easily. That pitch drops low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, if nothing else, at least they're chipping away at that 3-run lead that the Warriors built in the top of this inning. Don't have to get it all back at once, but it'd be nice to get another one here. Curve ball doesn't break in, and it misses outside or inside. And the count goes to 2-1. Foul ball goes back over the broadcast booth. Count evens up at 2-2. Now time is called. Field umpire making sure that all the Vikings plays are inside the dugout. Hoogerwerf with a 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner at second. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called. That'll retire the side, but the Vikings get 1 across. It's 3-1. We'll be back. Well, welcome back to the game. We are in the top of the third inning. Vikings got one across to cut at that lead. It's 3-1 now. Austin Noel's first pitch inside for ball one. And he found the other side of the ball area, and it's ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. So we expect to see him find it somewhere in the middle of all that. Throw a strike here. Just misses for ball 3. Beautiful 77-degree evening here in Arlington, Texas. Here comes the 3-0. Catches the corner of the strike zone. It goes 3-1. I've seen Austin Noel in different times in different games get behind, but he doesn't rattle him. He's able to keep his head in the game, and he can battle back. That pitch misses. It bounces early, and that's going to be ball 4, so he does issue a leadoff walk there. The next batter, number 16, Max Grubbs. Max Grubbs led off back in the second inning, reached on an error in right field. Ball run up on and then rolled out of the glove. And then he scored the first run of the game. No outs, one on here for the Warriors, top of the third. They lead 3-1. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Looked like he was getting kind of a confirmation from the catcher, Frawley, where that ball was. He says, yep, it was a little bit outside. Quick throw back over to first. Nothing doing. The runner, Jones, dives back in time. I like that fast movement, though, by the right-hander, Noel, because he's facing away from first base, checking over his shoulder. Keeps that runner fairly close. Here's the pitch. High fly ball goes out to center field. It's catchable and caught by Matthew Clark for out number 1. The next batter, number 17, Luke Spencer. So Luke Spencer will come up to the plate for his second time. He flew out to the center fielder for the first out of the second inning, just as we said. There's 2 outs and 1 on. So lots of ways to get out of this inning. First pitch, line drive just over the head of the shortstop, Javi Fernandez. That'll be a base hit to left center field. And that'll be 2 on with 2 outs. Batting next is number 20, R.J. Cooper. So Cooper, the tall right fielder, left-hander, he got a single and scored the 3rd run back in the second inning. Let's see if he can ground out, though, and end this inning. Force it into the bags with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Deep fly ball to center field. It's going to go over Clark's head, roll to the fence. That's going to score 2 runs. Cooper's going to hold for a stand-up double. Scoring are number 8, Jones, and number 5, Marsick. The next batter is number 10, Devin Abunasar. All right, well, now we've got 2 runs across from the Warriors. They take a 5-1 lead here in the top of the second. Abunasar, the fun name to say, steps up to the plate his second time. He reached on an error by the shortstop back in the second. First pitch misses just high for ball 1. One ball and no strikes. A runner at second. No one holding him tight. Pitch is inside for ball 2. Nice little breeze now blowing into the open windows of the booth. Keeps things cool. Inside pitch bounces in front of the mound. Austin Noel picks it up, throws in time to first, retires the side. The Warriors get two. They lead 5-0. We'll be back. Left fielder Curtis Cox comes up to the plate for his first time, number 9 batter in the order for the Vikings. Looks at a first pitch ball, and he'll start off with a 1-0 count. Big gap in left center. Center fielder playing straight away. He fouls that one over off behind the dugout into the electrical area behind the visiting bullpen. The left fielder playing fairly closer to third base line. There's a big gap in left center. That pitch is high and inside. Curveball misses. It's ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike now. If Curtis Cox can get something started, here's the number 9 batter in the overall order. We got the top of the order coming up next. That pitch misses high for ball 3. So we'll see if he can get on to start something off with David Frawley on deck, the leadoff hitter. That ball is low. He gets a leadoff walk. And that's going to draw a visit to the mound from the Martin coach. The next batter for the Vikings, number 13, David Frawley. All right, so David Frawley comes up to the plate. He flew out to left field, a pretty well hit ball, but catchable. The left fielder had made one step in, then he had to go back and catch that, but it was the first out of the inning. He shows bunt, puts it down in his usual spot. Third baseman picks it up. Just gets him by half a step. Now the runner going from second to third. It was the hit and run. He was safe at second, but then he tried to get third. That's Curtis Cox. Umpire confirms he's out, so unfortunately that turns into a double play. Yeah, definitely is Mr. Noel up here running the scoreboard before he says a close play at first. Frawley has often beaten those out. Number 15, Caden Kobos. Ball goes foul out of play. Catcher and the third baseman both making nice attempts to run over there to try to get it. So Caden Kobos, the third baseman, he'll start off now or ends up with an 0-2 count. He grounded out to the shortstop in the second inning for the second out of that inning. First inning. Kind of a defensive swing there, fouls it back to the netting, straight behind home plate. And the count stays at 0-2.